I am Daryl Farler. I am the Director of Communications for Amputee Blade Runners and very proud member.
I am a bilateral below-knee amputee. I have had my amputations done due to an infection from a dog scratch back in 2006, and I was sort of just in the mode of relearning how to do things, and kind of for about 4 or 5 years really not active anymore. I put on about 50 pounds and finally got an opportunity to come work at a prosthetic clinic. And at the time, we started the charity Amputee Blade Runners, so I was able to come on board with that, and I thought if I was going to be a part of it, that I better start looking the part and I better start running. So I got a set of legs and got out there, got active, and now I've pursued everything from a half marathon, and I'm working on a half Ironman right now, and fully expect to get through that and do a full Ironman in the next couple of years. So ABR is super important to me because I think it's just it's proof that being active as an amputee is a lifestyle change, and your life changes when you become an amputee to the point where you almost feel like you can't do certain things anymore. And Amputee Blade Runners offers you an opportunity to come back out and prove that you're still an athlete. You can still perform. You can still do the things that you've always dreamed of doing, and it just takes a piece of equipment to do that, to prove that to you. It's real important that we get our word out because there are so many amputees out there suffering from this same sort of debilitating, I'm not sure I can do these types of activities anymore, or they're told that they can do something on a leg that's not at all supportive of that. So for me personally, I think it's important for us to share the wealth of knowledge that we have and the ability to provide these products, these running legs, to amputees, to get them more active, to get them out there so that they too know that just losing a leg doesn't end your life. It's just a beginning of a new chapter. I mean, obviously everyone needs a little determination. I think that everyone is put in a situation where at some point they will have to show what kind of resolve they have. And losing your legs is a difficult situation, but there are people that go through difficult situations that don't even lose their legs. So, you know, running really proves to you what you're made of, and forces you to kind of dig deep and push through the really tough, hard parts of what you're going through, whether that be your run or just your mental drive to get back to walking again, even if you're an amputee. So determination is huge. If you can't get to that level of determination just to get back up and walk again, the likelihood of you being successful with prosthetics is pretty low. So I try to tell people that you know, it's all about getting back to what you were doing before your amputation, and then what you do above that is completely up to you. And so we see it all. We see people that are so determined they end up running, which is awesome, and we just see people that all they want to do is sit around and have a leg to move around. So you know, for me personally, I've refused to lay down, and I wanted to be the same person I was before I lost my legs, and I've successfully done that, and kind of pushed through where I just was doing what I was doing to exceeding some of the expectations I had for myself. Well, my son, he's a pretty cool little dude, and he understands Daddy has different legs, and he can even say the word prosthetics. So, you know, for him, I just tell him to stay focused and to, you know, to really believe that he's able to do whatever he wants to do. I don't think that he doesn't have any physical limitations right now, but he's 4, you know, and he's just out to have fun. I think that he kind of understands that Daddy works hard, and he tries to work hard, and he wants to do triathlons, and he wants to run races, and he'll run the last 100 yards with me or whatever. But you know, for him, for what I tell him, it's just, you know, I love you, and I want you to just do your best at everything, and you know, hopefully he understands one day. Funny and painful all in the same thing. So I was running the Franklin Classic in 2011. we had made me a little taller than normal, and it was hot. I was sweating really bad. I needed to fix something on my left leg, and I chose not to. And so I'm about 100 yards from the finish. I see my family. I'm really excited. I start running a little harder, and my left leg completely came off, and I fell and ended up breaking my left shoulder. So, again, funny yet painful. An individual in the industry, I want my patients to be healthy. A lot of them come to us with poor habits as it is. And so a running leg affords the individual the ability to get out and stay active. You know, you can be active with a walking leg, but you're not going to get out and participate in any sort of sporting event where you're running a significant distance, or running fast and comfortably. A walking leg is just not intended to run on. It's intended to walk on. That's why they're called walking legs. And yes, you can do a lot of things with your walking legs, but you cannot be comfortable for a long period of time. You cannot obtain the speed that you can with a running leg. And for me personally, I think that a sport-specific leg is important, because the individuals that are coming to us who are younger, you know, they may show the ability to do some great things with their walking leg, but they can do so much more if they had a running leg. And it's really silly that we sit here today and still talk about how insurances won't pay for a leg that will allow an individual to maintain a healthier lifestyle.